Hello and welcome to Inside Line Racing. This is the opening round of Season 4 in ILR4 and today we come to Albert Park in Melbourne. We are down under in good old Australia. It's so nice to see all of you tonight. Just now we had the ILR 5 and 6 streams and I really hope you guys enjoyed those streams and we're getting involved in the chats and stuff. But now it's time for the ILR 4 drivers to show their mettle. Hello everybody, I am Jess Games 95, also known as Jess Gamer 95 as my PSN, and I'll be one of your commentators throughout the season for this tier. Usually by my side in the commentary box we will have Evil Dragon, but unfortunately he's not been feeling very well this week, so he's been taking a break, but he'll be back next week joining me and we'll have some laughs, I can tell you that. But you just got me tonight, but that doesn't mean we're not going to have a good race, because we are going to have an amazing race. We've got 18 drivers racing tonight and to be honest they are looking forward for the season ahead, and it's going to be interesting who's going to be the cream of the crop, who is going to come out on top. So I do believe the first person that was on a lap was this guy, Kingdom Martin, so we're just going to follow him for a lap guide around Australia. So we are going to go through the DRS straight. He gets it open, which is looking very, very good indeed. Let me just get the telemetry up so you can get aware. There we go. So it's approaching turn 3. A bit of a lock up there. But he seems to keep it a bit clean going into there. Almost going a bit wide going there. But he just needs to keep it and hold it together. Not the best of laps from him, but I know he can improve. It's his banker lap, don't forget. So he has time to fill. Now, one of my favourite parts of the F1 2018 game is the fact that they have increased the qualifying again. In F1 2016 it was the same amount, and to be honest I don't know why. I don't know why they dropped in 2017, so I'm absolutely relieved for it to be back to 18 minutes, which means they got to play their strategies right. They got to make sure they get their tyres warmed up as much as possible, and they can have a chance to go out for 3 stints in qualifying. So they have a chance for 3 good laps. The first lap is for a chance to get a feel of the track, and then the second and third lap is where you really set the benchmark. So Kingdom comes across the line and he sets a very good fastest lap of 1:21.5. So that is the fastest lap so far. So a very good lap around Australia. And Peter at the moment is this guy in the Ferrari, and I've been asked to call him Cam, so I am going to call him Cam. He's in a Ferrari and he's a 1:22.3. So if you do want to get involved, let us know in the chat, because we are very keen for the stream to be very interactive as possible. Now, I do have some amazing graphics that I'm going to show you in a second that have been sent to me by the lovely coordinator of ILR4, and that is Mrs. Tim. So I am going to be showing you throughout the stream as much as possible as well. Unfortunately I didn't have a chance to put them all together on OBS because in fact I was being busy at college and I was watching the ILR 5 and 6 streams. So just give me a chance and I will get there. So we've got Cam going into the pits right now. Let's see who else is on the lap. We've got Chill Drive on the lap in the lovely Pink Force India. To be honest, not gonna lie, that's one of my favourite tracks, no favourite cars of the game. So it is just amazing. And he is doing this very well. He almost got caught up by the slowly moving Toro Rosso, but Rich has just set another fastest lap there with a 1:21.2. Pole time we could expect around here will be in the low, a bit below 1:21's 20s. That is what we could expect. So they are a bit slow at the moment, but we could expect to see some faster times as Chill Drive is about to cross the line. What time is he going to set then? He is going to set no time, because I think his time was invalidated. So let's see who else is on the lap time. We got Faber on his out lap. Mr. Stim, I mean, is on a lap. Let's see what time he can produce around here. He hasn't produced a time either. So we've got a lot of top people going to set the benchmark and let them get a feel for the track. So it's going to be quite fun to watch. This is my first proper commentary for ILR on a stream. So obviously I've done the pre-season race last week, but this is going to be fun. So we have got a few people in the chat I'm going to give a shout out to. So we've got Insane Gaming. We've got one of our drivers in the chat as well, Jay Carty. And we got Chill Drive deciding not to set a lap time. And we got Ellis. Hello, how are you doing? Great to see you in the chat. He is one of our Xbox admins, so good to have you on board in the stream tonight. We've got Matt, Meloy, and Ozon Tyler. So hello, how are you doing? And if you do want to shout out, let us know. So let's see who else. I'm just going to follow the Munna. I think that's how you say his name. There was the yellow flag, so that might have cost him a little bit. Yes, he decided not to do DRS. Nobody has significantly improved on their lap time just yet. Apparently Chill Drive tapped the wall and the wheel came off. So that's what happened to him. So that's why he's no longer taking part. So he'll be starting from the back along with Jack. So my thoughts coming into this is the drivers may be experiencing their first league race ever. Because a lot of these drivers in this tier are very new. So they got to get used to the environment of league racing. And the tyre management is definitely different in F1 2018. Because the drivers have got to be more aware now of their tyre temperature more than anything. If the tyres get too hot, especially around tracks like this, they can suffer and they can lose a lot of grip. They also will be managing the fuel mixture as well as before. But also they will be managing also the ERS, which is coming to play as well. And the number that you're seeing at the bottom by the fuel pump is the ERS mode that they have chosen. So 0 is obviously no ERS at all, which is quite uncommon. A lot of people will be using some ERS, but unless they do save it. And 4 or 5 is the highest ERS deployment. So the D on the side is deployment and H is harvesting. Harvesting is not too bad. It doesn't matter if you use a bit too much of your harvesting, but you know, it's pretty good. So yo-ho. So I'm actually going to look to see what tyres people are on as well. We have 3 different tyres on offer, and just to let you know guys, we are going to have a dry race. It's a dry race for this, so we could expecting a different few strategies. We got a lot of people on the ultra softs, a few on the softs, and a few on the super soft. So quite a mixture, but a lot of people will be on the ultra soft because obviously it is quite a faster tyre. Well, it is a faster tyre, and that's where you gain an advantage. If you qualify in the top 10, they will be expected to qualify in the tyres they set their fastest lap on. So, yes. And Wade's in the chat saying, is it raining for the race? No, it isn't. It's going to be dry qualifying, dry race. So, just like the normal weather you expect in the summer in Australia to be dry. The drivers must be relieved. They were in the chat earlier on. Whilst they were watching the ILR5 stream, they were saying, oh, I really hope it doesn't rain. Because obviously in the ILR5 stream, because I was watching that earlier, it was raining. And there was a little bit of praying in the chat that it wasn't going to rain in this tier. But the gods have spoken and it's come through. So Jay Carty is on a lap then. one of the guys that could be reaching out for the championship. And he seems to be doing quite well at the moment. Let me just get the lap data quickly. He clipped the corner a little bit to gain some speed. Looks like a really good lap to me. But he hasn't improved. He actually has improved to 121.1. So that was brilliant from him. Rich, I think, is not going to improve, but maybe could this be a bit of a mistake from him? Because could this be a mistake from Rich? Because there could be people that set faster lap times, but it is a lower tier, so we could expect lower lap times than you've been seeing in previous leagues. But in ILR5, we've seen a 120, which is pretty good stuff. So, but don't forget, it is only got like 5 minutes left, so should be interesting. We've got KXDN official in the chat as well. Hello, welcome to you. I'm just going to see who we've got coming. So we've got 18 drivers. A lot of people have raced in this league before. We've got Carmeds, who's raced in ILR before. So there's Rye Racer as well. Quite a few people I recognise. Mr. Stim racing ILR3 this season. Dropped down to 4 this season, but he is looking to show off his mettle as he's about to start his flying lap then. He's decided to go on the ultra soft tyres like most people are doing at the moment, so that is good to see. We've got 22 people watching right now. That is great stuff. That is amazing stuff to see you getting involved. And who you think is going to get pole? Hopefully it gives you some chance to think about it. Sorry I had to let my mum in, but we're riding on board with Mr. Stim, and he's looking to be on a faster lap. He is one of the ones also in contention for the title as well. Chill Drive was racing in ILR2 last season, so a mixture of tiers represented in this league. So is he going to cross the line? He is set a 121.2. What a lap. Absolutely incredible. So Rich definitely gambled and it didn't pay off, as Rich is no longer on pole, but Mr. Stim is. But can anyone beat him in the last 3 minutes? Mr. Stim still has another chance to go out for one more lap. And another person that could beat him is the guy in the Pink Force India Cloudy Balloons. I've heard he's done quite well in practice. He's on his out lap right now. Who else is not on their out lap? Kingdom Martin, I don't think is on his out lap, but we will see. Nope, he is still on low ERS, so I don't think he is on a lap. But it looks like Alberto Mancini is on a hot lap at the moment. Looking pretty good. The top 5 are separated by 0.6 per second, which is astonishing to see how close they actually are between these guys. So Rich feels absolutely gutted. I feel for him as well. And Mr. Stim has just set another fastest lap right off the bat. A 120.8. I was predicting someone to go into the 120s. And I think I was predicting one of them, which could be Mr. Stim. And I was right about that. Roberto's going into the pits. How is Farber is still on his either in lap or out lap. Carmez looks like he's going on a fast one. No, he's not. He is going into the pits right now. We've got Jay Carter getting on another lap. So is Trench Gun in the Renault. We've got Cam in the Ferrari. Major Davis in the Mercedes. Lordy is on his out lap at the moment. And so is Ryan Berry. Well, no, actually, no, he's going into the pits right now. And we've got Rye Racer as well. So, Mr. Stim has already set the benchmark at the moment. But he's got to realise it is not over yet. Towards the end of the stream, I will tell you also the ILR3 results as well. So I will be keeping an eye on that. A lot of people deciding to gamble on their laps there and not take the risk. But can the Munna get pole? Now, the crucial trick here, which I've learnt last week, is make sure that you set one of your laps before the checkered flag runs out, like 1 second before, and make sure you're the last to cross that checkered flag, because the track gets a bit more sticky, because more people have been on the track, and you get a lot more slipstream because of it, and you'll gain a lot more speed. So that is what most of these drivers are hoping, that they will be the last to cross the finishing line, to set another lap, and possibly gain the fastest time of the session. That's what we've seen other drivers do in the past, so we are so excited to see what they can do and see if we can see some good lap times. And Major Davis has gone second, so Richard's already down into third. How's Cloudy Balloons doing? Cloudy Balloons is, oh! I think I jinxed him and he's gone into the wall. And he's out of qualifying. Carl Meds is still in the pits. He is finished. So is Trench Gun. How is Jay Carty doing? He's doing not too bad. Let's see how his Sector 3 looks. He's not on the fastest ERS. But actually, he's run out of ERS at the moment. His lap time is not going to be the fastest unless he surprises us. No, it's not. But he has improved. So let's follow Major Davis. Is he going to improve on his time? He's looking not too bad, but he's about 3 seconds down. So I don't think he's going to improve. But we shall see. No, it doesn't look like he is. But I'm not going to jinx on it, and also I'm not going to say anything until he crosses the line. But he might be going into the pits or something like that. Nope, he is not going to improve. So this man here, Mr. Stim, is going to be on pole for the Australian Grand Prix in ILR4. I didn't doubt it for a minute there. He said he didn't do this pace in practice, but he did this pace when it mattered in qualifying. So great stuff. We've got Major Davis in P2. Not that far behind, actually. So let me go through the full classifications in a second for you, just so you are aware. So whilst we wait that to load up, we will get that. If you just joined us, hello, we are about to start the race for ILR4, and here are your standings. Mr. Stim, 96, is in pole position with a 120.8 by 1/10 of a second, may I add, and Major Davis is in P2, which in P3, so we have two Brits near each other, and we've got Jay Carty, the Scottish man, in 4th. We've got the South African, the Munna 303 in 5th, Cloudy Blues in 6th, Cam in 7th place, Kingdom Martin in 8th position. We've got Farberth in 9th, and Huberto Mancini rounding up the top 10. It's going to be an interesting race, and highlights for this race will be going up on Mr. Stim's channel, because he always does highlights for every races he does in spectator mode, which is absolutely incredible. So we are looking forward to seeing that. Now it is a dry race, but it's not a sunny one. It looks quite cloudy, so the weather can change. There's one way we need to find out about this. It is going to be one full of surprises, and since it's people's first race, they've got to be extremely cautious going into turn 1, because that's where people start to lose it. The race, for some of these drivers, have got to understand these races are not over in turn 1. I got to say, it's not over in turn 1. So people can afford, if you're at the back, people can afford to take it easy in turn 1 and try and avoid the carnage. But if you're near the front, you've got to try and do some defending. So we're about to go through our formation laps. So we'll go through the grid and the cars as well. So Mr. Stim is in the Haas. We've got Major Davis in the Mercedes. Rich in the Williams. Jay Carty in the Haas. Zamuna in the Red Bull. By the looks of things, yes, he already some carnage on the formation lap. They think like it's a race or something. We've got Cloudy Balloons in the Force India. Cam and Kingdom got disqualified. Cam is in the Ferrari. Kingdom's in the Mercedes. Farfber's in the Sauber. Roberto Mancini is in the McLaren. Trench Gun is in the Renault. Carmez is in the Ferrari. Red Bull. Lordy is in the Williams. Ryan Berry is, I don't know where Ryan Berry is, but Ryan Racer is in the Toro Rosso. Jack Tyler in the Renault. And Gav Pig in the Toro Rosso or Red Bull. No, Red Bull. So a lot of people have been involved in formation lap carnage. So this is not the best of times to be involved in carnage, because the formation lap is a very important place for you guys to warm their tyres up. So we will keep an eye on that. And we will also keep an eye on how much fuel they use as well. Unfortunately, us as spectators and us as commentators, unfortunately we can't see how they manage the tyres. Only, actually we might be able to, but we will see. So who is your money on for these 29 laps? We shall have to wait and see, as all the drivers now are going onto the grid for some action. If you're liking what you're seeing at the moment, make sure you click the subscribe button and turn notifications on so you know when to see a stream from Inside Line Racing next, as we're about to get underway. 4 lights, 5 lights, and it's lights out, and away we go. A bit of a delayed start by Major Davis going into turn 1, but looking like it's okay. Major Davis in the lead. There's a bit of lag there going already a bit of trouble happening in the background, but we've already seen, what's going on at the back? I don't know. Let's just see what's going on. Already, some carnage from Carmeds. Trench Gun's already got a 5-second penalty, which is a bit of a shame. And, we got Farber and Trench Gun involved. And we've got everyone else seems to be alright going into the turn at the moment. But a lot of people are not following our advice. The race is not over in turn 1. But Major Davis has definitely gained that advantage. Great start, and he's in the lead. So, and then we got Mrs. Tim not that far behind. But we got Jay Carty possibly going to try and make the move done. We will see some other battles happening as well, as we got Jack Tyler involved with a battle between Rich and Roberto and Nordy as well. It's going to be 3 wide going into this tight little chicane. Don't know how they're going to manage it. They are very tight. They are very close together going here. And the track temperature will be a lot colder. Oh, we see a little bit of lag already. Jack's all the way up into 7th. So already some problems already with the drivers as they make their way through the field. But Jack seems to be making the move done quite nicely. So I do believe Munna, Trench Gun, Cam K and Carl Meds has gone into the pits due to the damage that they've had earlier. So that's a bit of a shame for them. So, but we've also got some battles midway through the field as well. Ryan Berry is doing absolutely brilliant in the Sauber. He's going to try and make the move on Gab Pit to possibly gain his first points of the season. A little bit of a lock up there, but he timed that quite well. Apart from that, if you are rooting for any drivers in the chat, please do let us know. And we will do our best to provide as much coverage as we can of each of the drivers as well. So he's a little bit far behind at the moment. Finn Fartbert is not that far behind either. But we've also got a battle with 7th then happening as well between Huberto and Jack. He's got time to come and close in and squeeze in just a little bit. DRS is not enabled just, well, yeah, and DRS is enabled, I think, in this lap. So this is where the drivers can use their overtaking skills to the limit. We also will be watching the guys use on ERS as well, just to make sure that they use it to their full potential. Huberto doing very well to try and catch up. Very well matching his lap pace, doing brilliantly. He was doing not too bad in the pre-season race last week as well, so absolutely brilliant stuff. So you can already see the early favourites going into this. So we will keep an eye on it as much as possible. Huberto trying not to use that much DRS, but we got some battles happening up front as well. As Jack moves, Tyler's going to make a move on Kingdom Martin, and yes he does. Nicely done. The McLaren of Roberto has got a bit wide there, but Kingdom Martin and Jack are still fighting for position. They're doing very well to try and make sure they don't get involved in too much contact. I do see a bit of debris in the background. I wasn't sure what was happening with that. But there's a bit of, there's a little bit of banging wheels already. And the Sauber of Chill Drive unfortunately has retired. So he's no longer taking part in this race. A bit of a shame there. But we've still got 17 other drivers ready to race here, as Jack is doing not too bad trying to gain his position. He's already up into 3rd. His pace is remarkable. We're going to see what other tyres people are on at the moment. Actually, no. Oh my God, we got... I think I spoke too soon. My first commentator's curse of the stream. And Jack Tyler has just spun. So... that is crazy right now. So he was doing well to gain positions, but now he's dropped down to 9th. But who is gaining the advantage here? Oh! He's definitely struggling for tyre grip around this. Mr. Sim is definitely trying his best to catch up. Can he do it? We will see. As Jack Tyler's going into the pits right now. Be interesting to see if the guys go on a 1-stop strategy or a 2-stop, but we shall see about that. Major Davis has gained 1 position. Jay Carty's gained 2. Huberto has gained 7. Rich has dropped 1 position. Red Bull Lordy has gained 8 positions. So already is making a name for himself in a good way. So that is brilliant. What tyres are people on? A lot of people on the ultra softs with a few on the super softs and the softs. So it's definitely varying in strategy here today. And also just let me know as well if the sound audio is okay, because if so, I won't be changing the audio at all throughout all the streams I do for ILR in PS4. So, we do have a yellow flag in Sector 1. Who do we see having a problem in Sector 1? Oh! It's Mr. Stim. So he's dropped down a low position. We wasn't expecting that. Wasn't expecting that at all, whatsoever. So he started on pole and now he is dropped down into P16. So he's looking like to be at a disadvantage. And he's probably now going to be playing the damage limitation game going into these last couple of laps. And I think Kingdom Martin's in trouble as well. He's binned in the corner as well. So this is definitely a very common place to bin it, which is a bit of a shame. Farber has got a time penalty. Major Davis on the other Mercedes, on the other hand, doing very well. Huberto up into P2. But he's in the gravel. Which Mercedes? Oh, it's Kingdom Martin. Kingdom Martin has, unfortunately, due to that loss of grip earlier, he has retired. And for some reason, he put wet tyres on. He put wet tyres on. He thinks it was going to rain or something. So, I don't know. Maybe a glitch with the game. But, more important things to worry about. We have a battle on our hands. No, we don't, because we have someone going into the pits right now. So, we're just going to see which ones we can closely battle through. We've got Cam K in the Ferrari. And Ryan Berry, as Cam K made the rim easily done. I think Ryan Berry has disconnected. Yes, he has. He said in the chat that he has lost a bit of connection. So, hopefully he will have time to join the session pretty soon. But the gap for the lead is hotting up. We're going to follow the gap for the lead, everybody. As we see a battle going into the penultimate few corners. Here. No, it's not the penultimate few corners. It's a long straight. It's actually a three-way battle for the lead then. Between the two Williams and the Mercedes. Rich and Major Davis probably may have the upper hand here because they're on the faster tyre. But their tyres could soon be starting to wear out. But that means Red Bull Lordy's in the lead. What an interesting battle here. That was crazy. So well done to them. So now he's behind, and oh, I think we also got Farber joining in the party as well. Major Davis deciding to do his pit. He's going to pit for his pit stop. Farber has now moved up into second place. So the change for second has definitely shook a lot of people, not going to lie. And a lot of people have been saying, yes, it is very difficult to warm their tyres up. Farber seems to be managing his ERS really well as well. He's on about, I think he's on about 30% at the moment. And he seems to be saving in all the right places, so that's good. But we got Rich right behind him. Rich definitely can gain a lot of speed in the corners. Now, thank goodness we haven't seen any engine rev glitches. But that was because recently the new patch 1.09 has come out for PS4. So, to be honest, it has made a lot of difference, I think. It's made it more playable, even though there are still a little bit of bugs in there. But it is still playable for League Racing at least, which is very good. So is Rich going to try and make the move down? We got Y Racer also not that far behind him either. Rich decides to go into the pits. Y Racer on the soft tyre, so he can stretch his tyres out for a bit longer. I think he can stretch it out for as long as he can out of the other guys, which means he can increase the gap ever so slightly. As Y Racer easily makes the move done out of Faber, and he's up into P2 at the moment. Huberto Mancini saying the fastest lap of the race on the Super Softs of 1:24.3. So maybe the Super Softs is the tyre to be on right now, and I could see a lot of people going on to a two-stop strategy. Probably here, a two-stop strategy around these types of conditions is faster. And to be honest, I could totally agree. So Ray seems to be losing a bit of grip, but he seems to be okay. Faber, very impressed with him. He's been on the Ultra Softs for 8 laps now. More than any other guys on the Ultras, and he's already catching up to Y Racer, which is good. He's going through to the final corner. You know, yep, he is pitting as well. We got Cloudy Balloons as well, not that far behind either. And he'll probably need to pit soon as well. He's been on the Super Soft though for 6 laps, so he did pit quite early. But I won't be surprised if he does get onto the Ultras. But we shall see and find out. As Faber's dropped down to 9th due to the pits, but to be honest, that wasn't a bad pit stop, I believe. So that was very good from the team there. So we've got Julian in the chat as well. Hello, how are you doing? We also have TMB the judge also watching as well. So don't forget, these drivers, most of these drivers never lead race before. There's only a few that have. So it is a very new experience for them as they try to manage also the new features of the game. So we are impressed at the moment on how these drivers are coping with these conditions. Y Racer is now in the lead. He's managing it quite well. I won't be surprised if he starts to lose a bit of grip soon. He's been on the tyre as I think Jay Carty got the move done on Cloudy Balloons. Quite nicely done, as you've seen on the stream. Mr. Stim has got a time penalty. That is not looking good, is it? But right now, let's go on board with Cloudy Balloons and Jay Carty. Jay Carty on much newer tyres, so he should have a much higher advantage of defending than Cloudy Balloons have, but you never know. Cloudy Balloons can surprise us. You never know. So, it's actually the first time I've seen these PS4 drivers race properly. And to be honest, I got to say, it has been good so far. Cloudy Balloons is dropping off the pace, but we got Huberto Mancini doing a little bit of fighting there, a bit of overtaking. He's in P6, but can he catch up to Cam in 5th position? We also got Faber and Jack Tyler closing up to each their respective battle, so we will try and get those battles captured as much as possible throughout the race, as Cam and Huberto taking definitely a very similar line as Huberto getting the outside line, going into turn 1 here. Let's see who's going to make the better of it. He makes the move nicely done though, but Cam K is going to get DRS on Huberto pretty soon. He just missed the DRS zone. So he lost a bit of straight line advantage, but can he gain it going into this straight? We will have to wait and see. Looks like Huberto is already pulling away due to the fact that he's on faster tyres and he is on newer tyres than Cam. So that's what is playing advantage at the moment. So it is nice to see the different strategies from these drivers. Now if you're wondering what other leagues we offer on ILR, we've got the Xbox leagues happening tomorrow as well. So make sure you check that out. It will all be on Twitch. The channels, well, it will be broadcasted in. It will be revealed tomorrow. So if you want to see some Xbox action in ILR, in particular Tier 1, where it's the closest tier yet, that's going to be commentated by Andy and James, also known as Diablo. So I hope you're looking forward to that. But right now, let's concentrate with the battles we are seeing right here and right now. There is a mixture of assists used in this league as well. Quite a few people are using Racing Line, but we can actually see, I think we can tell the difference, I think, who is using Racing Line and who is not, by the advantage of pace that they are getting, because some of them possibly can be taking a different line when they are overtaken. So, the Munna has been on the soft tyres for 11 laps at the moment. That's pretty good. And we've got Major Davis, who's been on the super softs for 5 laps. A few people deciding to go into the pits at the moment. We've got Trench Gun riding on board with him, with Lordy. Both of them have pitted already. Trench Gun is definitely looking to gain some pace. We will follow Mr. Sim at the minute as well, because I think he is involved in some sort of battle as well. So we will keep an eye, like we said, we will keep an eye on as much battles as possible. They also want their teams to succeed as well, so it is great to see, as I think Trench Gunners may gain a speed on a straight, but he's now under pressure from Cloudy Balloons. But I think Cloudy Balloons has just gone behind him. So he was very lucky for that to happen, which was quite good. So it's quite lucky that he stayed in a position that he did. So brilliant there. So we're already nearly halfway of this Grand Prix. We've got a battle for third. Let's see what's going on here with Rye Racer. Going into this, he is over the back of Huberto at the moment. Them switching places. The Munna is now up into second position. Rye Racer going to use DRS to his advantage. Is he going to make the move stick? No, he's not. Looks like he manages to hold on ever so slightly by the looks of things. And nope, I think he's staying put at the moment, but we will follow Huberto catching up to Munna. The Munna's about 5 seconds between the leader, so I don't think he's going to catch up to them, but you never know with these types of situations. As he almost got the move done, he almost got the switch, but they are closing in. Going into that chicane. He's got another chance going into this straight at the moment. He can do it. It is possible. He's got another straight to do it. He decided not to make the move. He decided not to. He realised that there wasn't much space going on here, and he decided to let that be. at the moment. So, don't forget, I think I will be trying to get some podium interviews with our top 3. Just so we can get them. I think Alberto got the move done on the Munna again. And he's up into P2. What an easy move that he has done now. Great stuff. Unfortunately, we have just missed it. Gabpig has retired from this Grand Prix as well. So, not the best finishes of him. But luckily, hopefully he can come stronger in Bahrain, of course, in a week's time. In ILR, we got a strong 21 race calendar. So we will be racing all 21 races as I think is a lapped car that Roberto has touched, and a ghost car, I believe. So the Sauber car is definitely seeing a lot of blue flags right now. But we've got Cam K. That didn't help with the ghosting, but he's all over the back of Y Racing now. He's going to try and make the move. The back markers didn't really help whatsoever here. They are banging wheels, but luckily not much contact, which is good to see. Them two are definitely showing their pace today. As Cam K, I think, stayed in 4th for the moment. Y Racer looks like he's not giving up. He has another chance going into the DRS straight. Let's follow him. To be honest, I love the Toro Rosso sound and the Ferrari sound on this game. I don't know why, it's my favourite. So this is why I like it as well. The thing I like about the spectator view this time is it shows how long the drivers have been on their tyre stints. So that's definitely helping. Oh, Jack Tyler's out of the race. And so is Tretchgun. But we got Major Davis was trying to make a move there going into turn 1. Y Racer was concentrating on Cam, that he completely forgot about Major Davis. And Major Davis was like, right, that's it. I'm having the move. I don't care that you're trying to fight Cam. I want that move. So, and he's done it. So, unbelievable scenes. Some great stuff. Massive shout out to all 22 of you that are watching the ILR4 stream. It is nice that you are taking the time from your Thursday evening to watch your friends hopefully do well in the league. That's probably why most of you are here. Or some of you may be here just for some ILR racing or F1 2018 racing in general. So we just have to wait and see for that one. So far we've lost 5 drivers already. We've lost Trench Gun, Jack Tyler, Gab Pig, Kingdom, and Chill. And I think Mr. Stim is having some issues as well. Let's just go back to what has happened with Mr. Stim. He's definitely struggling. I think he's got a bit of damage there, which didn't help him in the slightest at all. So he'll probably look to pit again, I reckon. Yes, he is. It's not the best of races at the moment after him starting from pole position. So hopefully he can recover soon. Right now, Jay Carty is definitely the man who we haven't followed as much because he has stayed out of trouble. So hello to Red Matt, who is in the chat. How are you doing? And as we are approaching the last 11 or 12 laps of this Grand Prix, I would like to know your thoughts of the driver of the day. And just tell me who you think deserves the crown. Jay Carter looks like to be one of them, but the Munna has done very well to try and defend off Cam. And he's in second right now, so brilliant stuff. As far as the ILR3 stream is going on, let me just give you a quick update of what's going on with that stream. Just so you are aware, you may be watching this side by side with this stream, so you may know what's going on at the moment. But just in case you don't, at the moment they're on a lap ahead of us at the moment. But Tough to Handle is leading, with Lego Minecraft in second, Spaghetti Chips in third. So that is your top three in ILR3, but ILR4 is the monos in the lead. And what happened with J Carty then? He was definitely involved in some carnage somehow. Let's look at the stream. I definitely should have been paying more attention. But yeah, that's Munna in the lead. And let's just go back to J Carty then. I think that was the second commentator's curse of the stream, which is not very pleasant at all. But anyway, he's got to try and forget what has been going on throughout this race and concentrate as he's going to see if he can try and make the move done on Red Bull Lordy. Or maybe he did it on purpose so he could have his moment on the stream. So maybe he can do that as he's got DRS. It's now enabled. As he about to cross the start, Roberto Mancini has done the fastest lap, but looks like J Carty has got the position back from him and back into P7. How is Cloudy Balloons doing? Oh, Red Bull almost ran into the gravel there. Roberto's definitely gaining on Cloudy Balloons. I won't be surprised if we could see some more battles going on from them. We shall wait to see how this goes in that one. Rich is doing not too bad either. He's been on the soft tyres for 11 laps. There's only a few. I think nobody's on the ultras at the moment, unless people will go for a cheeky two-stop and possibly gain one fastest lap perhaps. So we will have to wait and see for that one. So lap 21 then. It is all to play for, just as we have seen. The battle for the lead has changed. At least 3 or 4, even 5 drivers have shown their potential right here. And Major Davis, I think, is going to try and catch up to Lordy. Red Bull Lordy's in the pits, so is Carl Meds. Major Davis in 8th position now. Can he close up to J Carty? We've also got battle happening with Cloudy Balloons and Rich then. Rich in the Williams. Not many people, to be honest, wanted to go into Williams. But due to the fact that we've almost had a full grid for tonight, unfortunately we did have a few drivers that were missing. But hopefully they will be back next week for some more racing fun. And I've noticed Rich has pulled back a little bit. He's got, I think, gained some more ERS as Roberto has got the move done on Rich then. Rich has definitely seemed to be low on pace at the moment, and we can tell because Roberto is the one to beat as far as our fastest lap is concerned. So it is good to see that. Also, let me know what your favourite moment of this race is. And we will possibly clip some on Twitter for you as much as possible as well. And it's shaping up to be a close league so far, as we got Huberto, who's up and at it again on cloudy balloons, look. Absolutely crazy. He is definitely setting the bar on pace at the moment. Absolutely brilliant stuff. He's definitely showing what he's made of. He's definitely gaining a bit more speed in the corners, which is what we like to see as he's about to cross the line. He is definitely going to gain the space as much as possible as well. And he does it. Quite nicely done as well. And he's going to try and make the move down the outside of cloudy balloons. Is he going to make it stick? They're wheel to wheel at the moment. Going into one of the most trickiest corners to overtake. And they seem to manage to do that nicely. Cloudy balloons manage to defend that very well, actually. He is definitely a bit under pressure now, but he seems to be keeping it together. 1/10 of a second separating right now. But we will follow J Carty in a minute. But Huberto is going to see if he can make the move done. Not much space has been left at the moment, so unfortunately looks like Huberto had to stay where he is in 4th place. But some great defending from Cloudy Balloons and Huberto at the moment. Absolutely amazing. Oh, there's a yellow flag in sector 1. Oh, Major Davis is out. Major Davis is out of the race. I don't know what happened there, but I wasn't expecting that. Wasn't expecting that at all. Absolutely mind-blowing. What a shame. But I think Huberto, yes he has, going into turn 1, he's got the move done on Cloudy Balloons. Can he chase up for second? We will have to wait and see on that one. We also got to keep an eye on if people exceed the track limits. And the Munna, I've seen this in other races as well. This guy, he's been doing so well as far as tyre strategy is concerned, because in the pre-season race he was doing this as well, which wasn't a shot, but the Munna, he's been on the soft for 22 laps, which is absolutely astonishing right now. So prop to this guy for doing so well. If I'm right in saying, I think he was the one who won the Spain social race, I think, in tiers 4, 5 and 6, if I'm right. I will double check, but he's the guy who did win it by due to the fact that he was on the right tyres at the right time. So I won't be surprised if he goes on and takes that win, but maybe Faber could possibly challenge him. I think the main reason why the top 3 are staying as they are, because they were the ones to avoid any carnage at all. And that's what they've been up to. As Faber is in second. Not that far from Faber is this guy, who's also doing absolutely brilliantly, and that's Huberto Mancini in 3rd position. Huberto's been on the super soft for 3 laps. I'm actually going to see how many stops people have made. So we had a few people on the 2-stop strategy. Unfortunately, what happened to Major Davis, he got the smallest bit on the grass. Oh no. Mr. Sim has made 4 stops, so not been an ideal result for him. Huberto, Cloudy, J Carty, Cam, Carmez, Red Bull, Lordy. They made 2 stops, but the Munna, Faber, Rich 500, Rye Racer, and Ryan Berry have made 1 stop. And I wonder if they're going to make the move. And oh, we've got another late move happening right here. Oh, no, I don't want to miss that. I'm sorry, I clicked the wrong button there. As Faber almost lost it a little bit there. As Huberto is now up into second. He's definitely on a charge here. If he gains the pace that he needs, maybe he could win. You never know. It is not over until the last lap of the penultimate corner. And Huberto is showing that he could do that. Another person that is on a charge at the moment is this guy here. And actually this guy here, Cam. Cam's doing well as well. Let's see if he can catch up onto Rich. A bit of a slide there from them. But to be honest, he has got to keep it together. Wesley's saying in the chat, if anyone is going to challenge Munna, it's Huberto. To be honest, I won't be that surprised if he does. He's at 2.9 seconds now. He can easily, with his lap times, he can easily catch up. So, excuse me, let me just go back to broadcast mode a second. Let me go on to fastest lap. A fastest lap at the moment so far is set by Carl with a 1:23.9. Huberto was on 1:24.1. Munna's on 1:25.9. So out of Huberto and the Munna, Huberto is the faster one. Judge in the chat is rooting for Munna. We shall see what happens here. I wonder if we can see about fast other laps, but I don't think we can. Let me just go back to the tyre fittings. There we go. As I think Cam K made the move done on Rich, done quite nicely there. His next job now is to catch up to Jay Carty, but Rich is not giving up. He is not that far behind either. Get your driver of the day votes in, guys. I will be deciding on who I think is my driver of the day as well. So it will be interesting to see who you guys think. To be honest, due to the fact of his performance in the pre-season race before, I think the Munna can do it. I think he's got the potential and he could claw the championship. Oh, Huberto! It's about 1 second separating him. Oh, I'm sorry, let's follow him. Oh my god! We've got a bit of carnage from Kamka. He has lost it completely. And I think we missed the lead battle because of that. And Huberto is in the lead. Absolutely phenomenal stuff between the pair of them. Can we see them do battle going into this? We shall see. We shall have to wait and see on that one. Huberto definitely showing some pace right now. It's probably due to the fact that the Munna has been on the tyres for so long. He thought he was going to do it in Australia like he did in Spain. But due to the fact Huberto was on such faster tyres and newer tyres, that probably costed him. So, yes. Let's see how... And that means Faber is closing in onto Munna as well. So can Faber close in and get second place? To be honest, in my opinion, I don't think Huberto was expecting to be in his position at the moment, I don't think. He's doing ever so well to try and catch up. Could we see Faber catching up as we are on the final lap of this Grand Prix? Huberto was definitely the man who did stay out of trouble here. And it definitely helped him to maximise his potential here. He's been doing ever so well. He's been saying in practice how well he likes his track as well. So to be honest, it wasn't that much of a surprise. Going into this, as we've got a battle happening between, I'm sorry, but we're not going to follow Huberto because I think the Munna is losing a bit of pace from this man, Farber. Farber has got low ERS though, so he's got to make sure he manages ERS to his potential. He's lowering it down on 6% right now. He's got to be careful not to use too much. Going into this straight. Oh, he's lost it a little bit there. He has lost it. Some great last lap battles we can see. He's going to try and make the move down a very tricky corner to overtake. Oh, they've been squeezing wheels ever so slightly here. As we both trying to squeeze the wheels. Looks like Farber is going to make the... Oh, he squeezes. But this man here, Roberto, has won the first round of ILR4. ILR4, sorry. And I think due to penalties, Munna takes second. Because I think Farber's... No! Farber's dropped due to the amount of penalties he's got. He's dropped down to 6th. And we've got Cloudy in 3rd position. Jay Carty in 4th. Rich in 5th. Farber in 6th. Rye Racer in 7th. Carmeds in 8th. Red Bull Lordy in 9th position. And Cam rounding up your top 10. To be honest, I absolutely hate that some of these results tonight was decided on penalties. But to be honest, that is the way the cookie crumbles at times. That is the way the cookie crumbles. As we've got our podium then, I will check the ILR3 results in a second. But right now, here's your ILR4 results. The Welshman on the top step of the podium. To be honest, I can't think of any particular Welsh phrases, to be honest. So, I'm sorry about that. So here's your... Oh. I keep getting XP for just spectating for some reason on this game. I don't know why, but hey-o, I'll take that. But anyway, Roberto, your race winner. Starting 10th position, so already he's good. To be honest, if I have to pick a driver of the day, Roberto would be my driver of the day. Not gonna lie. We've got Munna in 2nd, Cloudy Balloon in 3rd, Jay Carty in 4th, Rich in 5th, Farber in 6th, Rye Racer in 7th. The fastest lap honours has to go to Mr. Sim with a 1:22.7. Red Bull Lordy in 9th and Cam rounding up the top 10. Unfortunately, Cam did disconnect, but he was still classified. So, let's see. Let me just switch scenes whilst... Let me just switch scenes a sec. Actually, no, I can't do that because, yeah... what I'm going to do is I'm going to add these guys. Oh. How do I... Oh, why is it not letting me add this person? Okay. So, hold on. No, no. I'm just seeing if I could, No, I don't want to leave. I'm just seeing if I could, get an interview with our race winner. So, no, I don't want to join. Yeah, I want to add him. There we go. I want to add him. And let's see who else we need to add as well. So we also need to invite the Munna, who was incredibly close with his tyre strategy. So we will have to... Where is he right now? Can't find him, but let's invite our race winner to the party then. Just give me a second. And I think Munna was doing very well as well for managing his tyres quite well as well. So, absolutely brilliant stuff. So, it's taking a long while to load this party at the moment. Let's see if I can search. It's taking a while to load at the moment. I don't know why. This game. Or if I do it this way. Hold on a sec. Sorry about the delay, everybody. I'm trying to get our... Oh. Cannot connect to PlayStation. RIP. So, looks like PSN has died on me. But luckily it didn't die in the race. So, I'm kind of glad about that. But I think due to the issues I've been having with PSN, unfortunately, I can't invite someone to the party. So that will have to be it for the stream then, unfortunately. So your race results for ILR3 was tough to handle in first, Spaghetti Chips in second and Konzo in third. But your race winner, Huberto in ILR4, has done a splendid job. I'm just going to try one more time to see if I could connect to No, I can't. RIP me. I think it might be down for some people. I don't know. But that will have to end, unfortunately. We'll be back on podium interviews next week. I did try, as you can see, to try and get a podium interview. But, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, we will have Evil Dragon back in the commentary box next week. And, hold on, let me see if I can... No, actually, no, that won't work. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the race. And hopefully we'll be back next week. We've got some more ILR streams happening. We've got ILR 1, 2 and 3 Xbox tiers happening on Twitch at 7:30. So make sure you do check it out. All the links to Twitch channels that will be streaming the Xbox tiers will be on Twitter, so make sure you do check Twitter out tomorrow to find out who's streaming those. And on Sunday will be ILR 1 and 2 for the PS4, the top 2 PS4 tiers on Sunday, so make sure you do check that out as well, because they're absolutely incredible. So, sorry we couldn't get the race interviews, but due to PSN dying on me, we couldn't. So, thanks for listening, and we will see you next week in Bahrain. Who's going to come out on top? We shall have to wait and see. Goodbye.